Well, here comes a crunch game. So much depends on this. Expectation and nerve. It is indeed a heady mix. The Estadio Urbano Caldera is small for a top-flight venue, but it makes up for that with its history and its heritage. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already.
Peter, I think there's a good chance that opposition strikers today will have their work cut out with Vitor Baia, simply because he's been a high achiever all through his career, and that winning mentality remains very, very strong.
Yeah, they judge keepers by absence of mistakes, and he makes very few.
I'd be happy playing with him behind me.
Llorente. Rafinha. And here's Rafinha. Now Alaba. And it's Llorente. Now it's Rafinha. Araujo. Now it's Rafinha. Engages and forces him off the ball. And he's picked it up out wide. Well, that's cause for mild irritation. All the way back. Eric Garcia. Nothing significant to report up to this point, but we are still very early in the game. He's going to be disappointed with that. Yamal! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Barcelona certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Eric Garcia. Still goalless. Rudiger. Llorente. Eder Militao gets over and intercepts. Lewandowski. It's Lewandowski! Alaba. Here's Llorente. Now it's Mbappe. Alaba. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. He's found a way through. Lewandowski unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Pedri. Alaba.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And it's Llorente. And here's Nico Williams. Rudiger. And it's Alaba. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Pedri. No, that pass has been well intercepted.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Alaba. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Lewandowski. He's having a shot! Against the crossbar. Just off target.
I don't need to tell you he got underneath it, and there's only one place it can go.
Eric Garcia. And that's going right the way across. Oh, that's a key interception. Now it's Rafinha. Llorente. Now, what about a counter-attack? Yamal. Now it's Lewandowski. Oh, easy pickings there. Threads one in. He's had a shot! Goal! Barcelona!
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
So we have the first goal.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him. OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Koundé. A probing pass. Rudiger spots it and intercepts.
There they go, hunting again.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And here's Mbappe. Williams. Well, some are shouting for a corner, but the referee says goal kick. Not the best distribution from the keeper. And here's Rafinha. Pedri. Looking for the run. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time, because in truth they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
That gets things going for the second half.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential, Peter, if you're chasing the game, which they are. You know, go with intent and purpose. Let your opponents know you're not just going to quietly bow down.
Balde. Now he's off and running. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. And he whips it in. Backward it goes. Pedri! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Balde. That's Rudiger. Not the most accurate pass. Pedri. Chance here to counter. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Mbappe. Llorente. Mbappe is being harried and hassled.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up.
Can he finish? And he's found the net! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
Complete awareness. He understood what was needed, and he executed it smoothly.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
And it's made its way to him. Now that looks a decent ball. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Big chance! It's off target and by quite a way.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
No, that's been intercepted. And they can counter here. Well timed, excellent interception. Pedri. And the counter is on. Played into space out wide. He's picked his way through. Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly. Barcelona with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. Good read, needed to be. And now a sudden chance to counter. And he's picked out the run. Now it's Llorente. Oh, that's fabulous. Bayer gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. 75 minutes played. Gives it back.
He's got no choice here. He had to go backwards. Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Back into the middle. Bayer claims comfortably. Pedri. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. That's been slipped through. He is through here! Chance, surely! They want to be quick to recover this. And one more try! Dispatched clinically! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
I think this team shows great willpower and a wonderful never-say-die attitude. No other outfit can match them. They just keep going. Superb. This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Very much into the last knockings. Eric Garcia. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. He's in a great position here. Balde. Now Nico Williams. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Shapes to shoot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
He's definitely living up to the occasion here. He just loves being out there amongst it.
Desperate defending required here. And it's Pedri. Eric Garcia. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Perfect result, perfect outcome. A test passed with flying colours. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
From the manager's perspective, Peter, I don't think he could have asked for much more. Well, certainly result-wise.